Okay, I'm going to try to finish this up. There's not too much more to go on this. Yes, I got it. It wanted to dive though. That's not a good thing. Right. That's good enough. Right? Yes. Good enough. As long as someone pays $10 for it, it'll cover shipping and I don't have to look at it anymore. Yeah, that's it. Unless you live in Spain or, what is it, Italy. Shipping to Italy was quite expensive. Not complaining, but dang. I guess your Italian mailmen are paid quite a bit. Okay. I have no idea. I'm just making assumptions. Maybe they don't like imports. Only exports. Okay. Oops. I got some mess going on there on the edge. Come on, heat treat, don't fail me now. Heat treat's supposed to be good. You're gonna give me a bad name for constantly promoting heat treat. If you're gonna do that to me, I'm not gonna be able to tell everybody how great you are. I've been saying heat treat is so wonderful and good, and it allows you sustainable flint knapping and all that. I can't be having this kind of stuff going on. That's terrible. All right. Okay. Let's see if I can put some of my pressure flaking skills to the test here and see how much I've learned. Did I get it? No, not exactly. But I can probably get my spatula tool at the front of this step fracture and push off on it like that. Let's see what happens. Yes. There it is. Right? I think. Oops. Yeah, it'll be good enough when I finish. It looks not too good right now. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try to make it look better. No, not like that. Okay, let's see. With the amount of pressure flaking I've been doing, I should be able to be really good at it by now. Okay. Just don't break off the barb. Oops. Yeah. It's definitely an art form. You guys that are good with pressure flaking, hats off to you, because I may never get good at it. Okay. All right, let's see. Scratching it and abrading and scratching and abrading. I know I could probably do this removal here with indirect percussion, but I'm going to do the pressure thing. All right. Okay. I got rid of it, but overshot the barb. I'm thinking, what else can I make out of it? Let me see. I'll just add it to the bag of Brooks. How's that? I could just finish up the edge. What I was going to do earlier. So lesson, what's the lesson there? The lesson is sometimes you leave those in. Like they used to on the real artifacts. Sometimes they'd leave those little step fractures in there. It's not worth taking the risk of trying to remove it. All right. I wasn't even looking at overshooting. I figured that was not a risk factor at that stage. Because none of these went, and that's the same amount of pressure I was using before. Yeah, I'll just add this to the Brooks, a bag of Brooks. I've got a bag of Brooks going for this particular auction. But I do want to finish the edge because I've got plenty of time on this video. And it's not difficult to pressure flake this. I mean, comparatively speaking, I was trying to pressure flake on some really tough raw stone earlier. Not today, but earlier in the month. And this is a piece of cake compared to that stuff. Why was I doing that? Just to see what the flakes looked like. What does it look like to do heavy pressure on really tough stone? It doesn't look very good. It presents a very smooth surface. It wipes out the bold flaking. You know, when you blend in the flakes, you don't see a lot of bold scars. So it looks very modernish looking. It's very modern looking when you do a lot of heavy pressure, especially on the really tough stuff. everything looks rounded and a little bit too mechanical. You know, like it's made by a machine and not a human. Let's see. You gotta have some irregularity to it to make it look more human, like a human made it. Yeah, I'm not even getting some of this pressure on video. All right, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. It's pretty crude. Some of you that want closure, you're still not gonna get it on this one. Because I'm not going to complete it as a symmetrical point. So it's not going to look like I finished it. I'm just goofing around with the pressure flaking right now. Yeah, this heat treat is very nice, but it's also, like I said, very steppy. To get rid of the step fractures, I've got to be extremely careful and grind a lot. I'm knapping indoors, so the grinding and the braiding is not something I want to be doing too much of. That's what produces most of the dust, I found, is the abrading. And I don't know if the dust is coming off the abrading stone or the workpiece, or, you know, probably both, right? But anyway, that's the only time I see clouds of dust is when I start abrading. Otherwise, I don't really see much dust. Yeah, I'm just goofing with the pressure flaking. I'll wrap this up here in a minute. There's no way I can make this symmetrical unless I remove the other barb. Yeah. So yeah, the edges are sharp. If someone wants to use it as a knife or whatever, they can if they want. Sorry, I just removed the tip by accident. I'm trying to sharpen it. Trying to get it so it's sharp all the way to the tip. Yeah, so it can still be hafted. I can always make what they call a charcos point out of it, which is, you know, one notch, one barb, and then on the other side it's not symmetrical, right? It's just flat with a little notch taken out. So I can remove this barb entirely and notch it with one notch, and that'll be a charcos type point. Let's see, I've got 14 minutes. Let's see if I can remember. Try to remember if it's perfectly straight across, or if there's a little shoulder to the charcos points. I can't remember. Yeah, let me take the rest of the video and do that. I'll make a charcos point. That way, you guys that like to have closure we'll see a finished point. And everything will be right with the world. No stress. Peace and quiet. Okay. The charcoal's bases were straight, so I'm going to straighten this out a little bit. Stems were straight, as far as I can remember. So straighten that. I'm going to straighten that side a little bit. Take this side down. I should take this opportunity to do some indirect percussion. Clean up that blade a little bit. Let's see. And then I don't have to add it to the bag of Brooks. So I'll just, well, yeah, it'll still be in there. I was going to say I'm not going to be able to nap this pretty enough for it to be on its own. Yeah, right now, see, when I just did the abrading, I could see a cloud of dust in the lamp. Whereas before, doing the pressure flaking and stuff, I didn't see any dust. Now, were these charcoal points just refurbished, broken barb points? It's a good question. I don't think they were. I think they were made specifically like this. But you never know. I think they had a slight shoulder. I just can't remember. Well, I tried to clean it up, but I got a step fracture right there. Shall we go after the step fractures again? That's what messed us up last time. It'd be nice to be able to clean that area. Yep, sure would. Oh well. Okay. I don't know, maybe I can get an indirect percussion flake to travel from the bottom of that notch into there and clean that up. Can I get the tool in there? It's possible. We can try it. I say we because if it doesn't work, I can blame you. Okay. All right, let's see. Barely, I can barely get in there. No. Let's see, did it do it? Come on, come on. Almost. It almost cleared that off. I can probably pick that out. For all you obsessive compulsives like I am, I'm going to try to pick that out. One last attempt. Yes. Alright, so now it doesn't look all that bad. Okay. I did hit the side there. But we have room to work with. Because it probably doesn't have that much of a shoulder. So I can take back the edge and pretend it didn't hit the side. Right? Right. There's no mess ups. It's all good. As they used to say. No one says that anymore. Let's see. All right, cleaning it up. Did Charco's points have little serrations and stuff? I don't think so. I think it was just a randomly flake blade. No special edge treatment, no beveling, no twist. As far as I know, very boring. Except for the asymmetry. Maybe they didn't think of it as asymmetrical. They thought of it as the way it's supposed to be. And all the other points are too symmetrical. Maybe they didn't think of this as an asymmetry, but proper point construction. I'm going to do a nice clean pop out, hopefully. All right. Hopefully is the operative word there. I want a nice clean pop out. Okay, better. So is this the correct size for a Charco's point? Yes, I think so. They were at little dart points. There is an example of one hafted. We're lucky enough to have one hafted from a dry cave in the southwest somewhere. So yeah, okay, finished point. If you break off an ear, you can always make one of these. And again, I'm not sure if they had shoulders on them, but I think they may have. I think they may have had shoulder on one side. I'm not sure if the point is centered or not on the stem. Mine is not. I can fix that by adjusting the orientation of the stem. Right, making the stem go instead of going upward like that, I can make it go downward and then center. That would looks like it's centered on the point more now than it was just a second ago. All right, so that's it. Let's see. I do have an Atlatl Dart 4-shaft. I'll show you how it looks. The barb probably wasn't this thick on the real ones, but you get the idea. And yes, it can be used as a knife as well. And how did I know it would fit in that? I don't know. Maybe after making bunches of these, I get used to how thick they should be. Right? Right. Okay, there you go. That's it.